Positive Anime Reviews is a review show that is designed for people who aren't very picky about their anime, like me. Most anime I watch ends up in my 5 out of 5 category. My reviews are for those people who are looking for a reason to watch anime rather than hate on it. I am willing to give any and all anime a chance before stating my opinion. Lastly, my reviews are all my opinion and might and or most likely will not match yours. If you don't agree, that's totally fine. Just be respectful in the comment section. Thank you. And as always, possible spoiler warning ahead. Hey guys, Darth Clerk here, back with another positive anime review. So, I know what you're thinking, holy crap, this boy reviews anime so fast? But no, it's actually not going to be anything too crazy today. So today we will be talking about, and I'm going to crush this name, KanColle the Movie? Basically, this is the Kantai Collection movie. Okay, so I did mention this yesterday in my Kantai Collection actual anime review, that at the time I was hoping to be able to watch this movie, last night. Well, last night I did watch it, and then originally I wasn't going to make the review. I wasn't gonna make a review on the movie, but after watching it, I was like, okay, I have to say something about it. Like, something has to be said, so I thought I would, even if it's a really short one today, I did want to touch on it at least a little bit. Now, the thing is, there is no synopsis for this movie, so basically I'll have to summarize it just a little bit myself. So, basically, the summary of this movie is this takes place after the events of the anime. So it is the sequel. So obviously, after the ending of the anime, they did say that like more is coming, like another season is coming. But obviously, we never got that. Now, what we did get was a movie. Now, again, this movie aired on November 26th, 2016. So it was the year after the anime was done. You got the movie. So obviously, it was the sequel. So it follows the events pretty quickly afterwards. I think. And it follows the events afterwards, and it focuses, it adds a few new characters, and the new characters were really, really, really cool. It gave some action sequences to some characters that were in the anime that didn't get a lot of like screen time or a lot of action time. It gave really cool moments to those ones, and obviously being a movie, its budget was a lot higher than a normal anime would be. So the action sequences in this movie were crazy. They were really, really cool and really well animated. The other major difference I noticed immediately was there is blood in this anime. Now, not like a crazy amount, but enough that when people get injured in the anime, it seemed like, oh man, they're hurt, that's really sad. But in the movie, they're not only injured and there's like the usual light black marks or whatever, and they're like holding their side or something. But in the movie, they're bleeding too. So you're like, oh my gosh, holy crap, they're really hurt or whatever. And so for me, that makes it way better because you feel the danger. I felt the danger. It felt more intense. It felt more intense, and they felt more, you were more worried for them. So basically, this movie is really nice because it actually explains a lot of plot stuff that never gets talked about in the anime. There's several things in here that this movie explains that the anime never did. The first thing is you get a lot more footage of the bad guys, the Abyssals. You get a lot more, like, you see them more. They seem more dangerous and more intense, because in the anime they did seem dangerous and stuff, and you knew they were the bad guy, but it wasn't like, it was like this distant enemy, and you didn't really know anything about them and stuff. Well, in the movie, it explains where they come from, and it explains where they come from. It also, a major thing it explained was, it explains where they come from, and it makes them feel more dangerous. Now, it also explains why the main character, Fubuki, it explains why she is so special. In the anime, it doesn't really explain it. In the anime, it keeps talking about how she is a special destroyer and how, but people really don't know why because she's not, incredibly skilled or anything, so what's up with that? But it doesn't really get explained, and it doesn't really bother you. At least it didn't bother me very much. I'm like, it is what it is. It's okay. But in the movie, it gets explained, and they straight up tell you why she's special. They explain where the bad guys come from, and you learn a lot more about all of it. So it's really nice to watch it, because you feel like you have a much better understanding of the overall universe. That the story behind the whole thing is really cool. Now, admittedly, there was a couple of confusing parts in it. Closer to the end, when they're like kind of rapidly explaining everything, you're trying to keep up, but it's a lot to take in, so it can be a little confusing. And if you read a lot of other reviews about the movie, a lot of people kind of rip it to shreds because the explanation was a little confusing, or what other reasons they had. Now, my advice is ignore the bad reviews, and not every review is bad. There's just a lot of them that I was glancing at that were really, really mean about the movie, and I 100% disagree. The movie to me was really good. It was not only really well made, but but it was good. It felt like it added explanation, and it added like intensity to the universe. It made the bad guys seem incredibly dangerous, and it really showed the danger for all of these. I think they're called fleet girls, and it shows you how dangerous things are for them. And it was just really cool. And it also has a really big focus on some characters that actually died in the anime, that had some interesting explanation stuff in the movie that I would 100% recommend checking out. So this one is going to be just a little bit shorter than your average one, and I'm not going to go through most of the normal sections and stuff, because this is just it's a movie and it's a continuation right after the anime. So the movie won't make any sense at all if you haven't watched the anime. So anyway, basically the rating, it's very, very similar to the anime, and it's just more intense. The CG is way better, the action is way better, just because they had a higher budget and it's a movie, so that's normal. That's no knock against the anime. And then of course the genre is all going to be the same. The season length is, of course, not any. It's nothing different because it's the same show. Characters, like I said, it's all the same characters, but they added a few more, which were really cool. And then they gave screen time to some other ones that you didn't get a lot of screen time in the anime, so that was really cool as well. And so it was just really, really fun. It was really well put together, and it was really nice. It really explained a lot of things that didn't make any sense, didn't make any sense, but you sort of wrote off. You're like, okay, this is a thing, and then you just accept it. But in the movie, it explains why things are a thing, and it explains lore and explains more stuff about it, which was incredibly nice to me. And it gave a few characters some more depth that in the anime they seem, I don't want to say shallow, but they're just a character. They're not you're not like, wow, this character's been through a lot or whatever. But then in the movie it explains more about those characters, so then suddenly now that character is really impressive, and now suddenly you really care about that character a lot more. So the movie was really good for that, and I 100% recommend watching it. So we're going to hop right into our final rating and recommendation. Final rating is going to be a 5 out of 5. Very good. This anime made no mistakes worth noting, and it's definitely worth a buy. And my recommendation is, of course, watch it. My recommendation is right after you finish the anime, turn around and watch the movie. Because do it while it's fresh, it will make a lot more sense to you, and I know that it helped me a lot. So anyway, because it just explains a lot about background and where the bad guys even come from, and it makes them seem a lot more dangerous, and it was just really, really cool, and it was really well put together, and I 100% recommend checking it out, and especially after you watch the anime, and then it'll explain a lot of things, and it'll add depth to characters, and it was just really well put together, all in all. So anyway, that is going to call it for this positive anime review. So today we will be recording just the one gameplay part. Today I will be recording part 2 of our Battlefield 1 campaign playthrough, and then that's what we will be doing today, so I'll be recording that right after this. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the content today, and we will talk to you guys later. Hey guys, Darth Clark here. Oh my gosh, though, what an upset. Darius is like, forget your type advantage, scrub, and look at that stat line. Ooh, sexy. This is your chance, my dude. It's tear gas. Reznov, save me! Everyone's rushing. Let's rush too. You could say we're rushing to the objective? I'm so sorry. I'm gonna shoot your little toes. You think PETA's gonna come after me for just executing these monkeys for literally no reason at all? Shoot at me, sorry. Oh my gosh! Be careful what you wish for, kids. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the content today, and we will talk to you guys later.